You're listening to Soap Saga TV, all the latest in television entertainment.
You're listening to Soap Dirt, the most recent entertainment news on television. Hey Y&R fans, I have your 2-week spoilers for September 16 to 27. Victor Newman and Connor Newman will be pressuring each other, and there will be an event celebrating Sharon's 30th anniversary, where everything will blow up with her storyline of mental health spiral. Spoilers ahead for this. Belinda from Soap Dirt's anniversary episode will be significantly different for both the actress and the character. Let's get started with the action on Monday. On September 16, Heather Stevens returns home from an unsatisfactory job interview. Daniel, meanwhile, was unable to secure employment. And Lucy, once again, is acting like a brat, locking herself in her room. They are discussing whether or not to move to a new location and start over, but Lucy has threatened to flee if they do. She overhears them and feeds the fire. After a fight, Daniel marches out of Heather, which may not be the best thing for him because Sharon is sulking about him. Thus Nick's Faith and Mariah are. Speaking of Sharon, Maria has been covering for her. She hasn't been returning calls or showing up for work, and she has missed a doctor's appointment. I think Sharon is also flushing those medications down the toilet. Faith doesn't think it's a huge thing that Nick is being a little extra about this. While Maria shares similar thoughts, Nick believes that they should pursue family therapy because the girls don't realize how bad the situation has grown, and they can't ignore it. A tactful approach to gently encourage her to seek help again. And when they protest that he might be mistaken, he responds, "Okay, I'll take the blame if I am." Meanwhile, at her ranch home, Cameron is warning Sharon that she must act before her family intervenes to stop her. He says, "It's very obvious you're falling apart." They essentially discuss how she did something wrong and how it might bring Cassie back, but it's completely diluted, and he also suggests that it might bring Nick back into her life because she's Nick. She can't handle the strain and runs out of the house. But of course, Cameron follows her because she can't stop thinking about him and having fantasies about kissing him. Nick is attempting to locate her because Mariah and Faith miss her and they don't often see each other. They see that the house is in disarray and that she has disappeared. When Sharon enters Crimson Lights and starts acting strangely, Esther becomes a little alarmed. She then goes outside onto the patio and starts talking to herself, which is code for communicating to Cameron. Esther overhears Sharon screaming at her hallucination. When Nick calls to check on Sharon, he says, "Please keep her there until we get there, but I don't think she's going to be able to." Meanwhile, as Cameron and Sharon are conversing, Sharon tells him that what he's suggesting is repulsive, and he responds, "It's your idea, not mine." Daniel then appears, telling Sharon, "This is your moment, don't blow it." After a passionate night, Victoria and Cole wake up contentedly in bed together, talking about how much better things are now than they were before. Of course, Cole's father warned him to stay away from his daughter, but he quickly disregarded it, and good for him. He wants to quit his job. I believe he works at Oxford in England, and move to Genoa City full-time to be with her. Claire, Kyle, and Claire are at the GCC when they see Victoria and Cole come downstairs, so they join them. They sit down and take the whole family to England with him while he finishes up his work and moves everything here. He thinks it will be a fun family vacation, and Claire decides they should invite Kyle along. As he leaves to tuck Harrison in, her parents ask, "What are you talking about?" They know it's a crush, but Cole didn't know it until Tuesday, September 17. Sharon clears the air with Daniel, but I have a feeling she's going to do something to him. I don't think I can trust her at this point because I don't know if she's going to drug him, knock him out, and then push him in the trunk of her car. Billy Abbott is not going to back down regarding Chelsea and their breakup. It appears that she is asking again. Phyllis is busy planning her next steps, and those steps include landing a shiny new job at Abbott Chancellor Billy as the COO. which is likely even more than she was hoping for because she was pitching like an AI and at job talking about bringing in AI and all this kind of stuff. But she got a big job on Wednesday, September 18. Victoria is upset that her dad is pursuing Billy, claiming to be an Abbott chancellor, and that she knew about it but failed to warn Billy. She is considering it, and I trying to recall how long ago Nikki had advised Victoria to warn Billy if she felt that she needed to. I'm not sure if it was regarding this takeover plot or a different one, which I'm trying to recall, but her father won't be too understanding. In the meantime, speaking of fathers, Cole speaks with Claire, who opens up to him. I assume they'll talk about boys, specifically Kyle and her growing feelings for him. Victor, as usual, is keeping secrets, this time from Nikki on Thursday, September 19. Sharon wants to hide her wrongdoings. I assume this was something she did to Daniel. Lily doesn't require or want Divon's advice. Or Nate, but they will still give it to her. Phyllis and Billy meet for a strategy meeting regarding Abbott Chancellor, most likely regarding Victor's threats. In the promo, she introduces herself to Lily as the new CEO of Abbott Chancellor, which is a funny reaction because Lily is shocked that Billy fired her and let Chance walk away before bringing in Phyllis, who is, as we all know, a pot store. Victor becomes irate with Victoria on Friday, September 20, as she tries to assist Billy. And although Adam and Chelsea are concerned about Connor and know how their breakups will affect him, Connor doesn't seem to be too bothered by them in the promo because he is hoping that his parents will get back together, because he believes that their relationship was more important than what either of them had with their current, that is, their most recent, partner. Partners on Friday, Maria discovers Sharon lying, and Nick is attempting to determine how he might assist Sharon out of this vicious cycle. Therefore, he's looking for guidance. Hopefully, it's a medical practitioner. The special episode for Sharon's 30 years on the show, Sharon Hitting Bottom, will air on Tuesday, September 23 through September 27. Unlike many anniversary episodes, this one will not stand alone. Rather, it will advance the plot of Sharon's bipolar disorder and bring it closer to its climax, which will feature Audra being fired by Victor and Kyle being pulled toward the mustache. The SCCLA is whispering in his ear to not turn his back on his parents, and I hope that she could be the better angel that he listens to. Victor is obviously impatient with Victoria, and I believe he is going to give her an ultimatum. I'm sure he's worried that she will reveal his plan to Billy, but Billy already knows what he's up to, even though the mustache says he's not doing it. In any case, Diane is prepared to take drastic measures to rekindle her relationship with Kyle. At her most intelligent, I wonder if Abby and Devon will test drive a reunion to make their child happy. They are all our spoilers. Sally and Billy are catching up, and both of them are adamant about not giving their ex-partners another chance. Connor also truly wants his parents back together. I'm Belinda so please subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you're looking forward to seeing. Talking about soap and dirt, you won't want to miss the upcoming episode of Young and the Restless, so follow us wherever you get your podcast. We appreciate your continued support. We're with you 7 days a week. All of the main podcast formats, including Apple Podcast, have Soap Dirt. Spotify, Radio on a Heart, and more.